mean, for the last few times before winter hits. Good little options is taking one of these power stations with you. Now, we're going to start this off like we always do, guys. We're going to show you guys the packaging and cabling that comes with a lot of these different products. First and foremost, you're going to get a variation of maybe a carrying bag like this. Inside a carrying bag or in the box, you're going to get like a charging cable option. This, of course, is a cigarette lighter style charging cord option right here for you. That's going to be a DC volt to, of course, DC volt car audio volt charging. You get a variation of a wall plug to charge it off a wall plug as well. You might get a variation of an adapter for, of course, a solar panel with a DC round plug. If you don't get those cables, you may get a variation like this, which is, of course, a solar panel cabling. This is going to be your solar panel cable with, of course, your 8020 and 7909 adapter plug. Now, on the end of that, you guys are also going to see the adapter plug for the USB-C charging cable as well. Now, you're also going to notice that I grabbed the Anderson Y splitter cable as well. Now, with that, guys, there are a bunch of discounts today. You guys are going to get a bunch of great deals. Make sure you see that banner. We will, of course, share all of those codes in chat for you guys to see today. So don't forget to hit those. With that, you guys are definitely going to want to see all of those discount codes and everything as you do. So why not start this off with the small but yet mighty little power station? This is going to be the 100 Plus. Now, the 100 Plus is a 99 watt-hour package deal. 99 watt-hours of power in this little piece with 31,000 milliamps in the 100 Plus. Now, this is, I believe, at about $129 today for you, which is a good price point and a good discount with that. Now, it's going to come with its own cabling, which is a USB-C to USB-C cable. This cabling is actually a 100-watt pass-through cable, but also comes with that solar panel adapter cable that you're going to need to connect up a solar panel. Now, with this little 2-pound package, guys, it's going to be able and accessible for you guys to take it pretty much anywhere, including on a plane. If you guys want to, you can take it on a plane. It is TSA approved. It will go through the TSA checkpoints. Now, it is a LiFePO4 cell. It will be fully charged in under 2 hours with no problem. It is going to allow you to run about 6 cell phone charges off of that. It's going to be like your iPhone 14. You should be able to charge it about 6 times off of this. For those of you that want to run like your Nintendo Switch or other devices, your Nintendo Switch should get about 4.5 hours of runtime off of this. Now, it does have a beautiful little display. If we pop it on, turn it on, you guys can see that nice little display right there. It's going to show about 50% battery, and that's because, well, I haven't been using it lately. So it still has a charge. Portable, mighty, beautiful, great price point. This is an amazing little piece. Very, very portable and very acceptable for you guys. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely check that out. Now, remember, guys, if you're purchasing multiple devices today, any purchase over $1,500 is going to get you that chance of 5% off. Now, there is some exclusions with that, and I'll actually have Lois post all of that for you guys in chat so you guys can see that. So 100 Plus, beautiful little thing if you guys are looking for a station like that. Now, you're probably noticing that I am definitely hot. My apartment building made us take the ACs out, and of course the little fan I have is not cutting it. I do apologize, guys. Need a sip of drink. So, any questions about the 100 Plus? Now, like I said, that 100 Plus is 2-pound package, 99 watt-hours of power, 31,000 milliamps. Can charge your iPhones. It can charge your lighting gears. It can be taken pretty much anywhere. Paired up with, like, let's say, like a mini 40 solar panel, and it's going to be a beautiful product to have with that. So, great little option. Awesome little piece for you guys on hand. Now, I believe we also have, I think we have the 240 power station as well. Now, the 240 is a really nice one as well for you guys. So if you're looking for something like that, definitely check out the 240. We're showing you guys the 240 V2, though. The 240 V2 is going to be coming in around $249. I believe there's a $7 clippable coupon on the actual webpage. So you're going to get about $70 extra off of that with that. So always make sure you guys check for those coupons. This right here is your 240 V2. Now, the 240 V2 or V2 version 2 is this device right here. Now, V2 version 2 means it's an updated product with updated technology and updated batteries. Now, with this is under 9 pounds, so you have like an 8-pound package right here or less. It's got LiFePO 4 cells. It is fully charged on a 3-prong wall plug in under an hour time with that Charge Shield 2.0. Now, with this device, it does work with the Jackery app. The app's going to allow you to, of course, control this device on and off hands with that. Now, that's actually really kind of cool with this because you guys can do what you need with that and have everything you wanted in under an hour's charge time. Now, that is, of course, going to be supercharge mode, you guys. If you put it in standard fast charging mode, under 2 hours, still charged, you're good to go. Now, with this, of course, 256 watt hours of power. It does have one AC outlet. The AC outlet does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600. Now, you do have two USB-C ports. One's a 100-watt port in and out. The other is a 15-watt port output only. Above that, you have a USB-A port of 15 watts and, of course, that 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. Now, with these, you also have a flashlight that's going to do, of course, dual mode and SOS pattern for you. Now, what could you run off of this? You guys can run a bunch of stuff, from like your CPAP machines to, of course, your flashlights, TVs, and other things in between. It will allow for that to work. You guys could run that 60-inch flat screen TV that you've wanted to run off of this for a few hours without a problem. Now, like I said, 1 hour in supercharger emergency charge mode, under 2 hours on the wall plug, or if you have a Mini 40 solar panel, you get about 7 hours. This will allow you to run a 10-watt Bluetooth speaker for about 16 hours, a drone battery about 4 times, your laptop about 3 hours, and I can tell you guys I'm getting about 3.5 hours off my little laptop, so it's going to depend on the battery of that laptop. Now, 12 phone charges with this as well, and then you guys can see that code right there being shared for you guys. Some other variations with this, guys, and things you guys can run is like your house fan, 45-watt house fan for about 4 hours. Your 90-watt mini fridge for a couple hours, or if you really wanted to, your Wi-Fi router for about 14 hours of runtime. Heated blanket, 3.5 hours. Now, by this itself, of course, guys, you're noticing that the banner is kind of covering it up, and I do apologize. The banner is there for a reason, to show you guys a bunch of stuff with that, and I want you to see that banner. So, I'm going to move back a little more. $70 clippable coupon by itself, $249 original price. Take that 70% off and save you guys a few bucks. Or if you want, pair it up with the Mini 40 solar panel. Now, this actually has a $100 clippable coupon between the two. And that Mini 40 solar panel is going to be this bad boy right here. This is about 12 inches tall by 10 inches wide by a ½ inch thick. It's going to do 40 watts of charging, fully waterproof, water resistant, and of course a notebook-sized package. Now that's actually where it's really cool. I'm going to sit this down so I can show you guys this. This is, of course, a trifold design, and of course there's your monocrystal solar cells. But it does fold out quite large, approximately 30-something inches, 30 to 40 inches right here. It's a great, nice piece. Now, the full package is going to be under 11 pounds for you. How long will, I do not know that. I am not sure how long it will run a Starlink Mini. I cannot answer that. I do apologize. Lois may be able to give you the math and algorithm. So the 240... I honestly don't know how long it will run a Starlink. I don't know the power range of the Starlinks. So I would gladly tell you that. Just don't know it. Wow, this is a cool piece. I like this. Fully waterproof, water resistant. It can fit in your backpack. Nice and lightweight. It does come with, of course, the cabling. We showed you guys that cabling. It's going to be like this cable right here, of course, with the 80-20 plug and 70-90 right there. There's your math and algorithm. So working time capacity, of course, the product is 0.85 operating the power. So Mini 40, great piece, guys. If you want the 240 V2 or the 240 V2 with Mini 40 panel, Mini 40 panel and 240 V2 actually has a $100 clippable coupon, which is a great price. So if you guys are looking for that, right there. Yeah, so technically, I would tell you guys, since it is 256 watt hours of power, if your device is running about 100 watts of power, let's say, you're going to get about 2.5 hours of runtime, correct? If you're running other devices, like let's say, half that power, then of course you guys could double the runtime. You just got to do the math with it. I wish it wasn't so hot in here. I feel like I'm going to melt on TV. Oh, you heard me right. All right, guys, we're going to show you guys one of the original products. This is, of course, the 300. I'm going to grab this. This is actually a cool 7-pound package right here. It's got a $60 clippable coupon. This is, of course, 293 watt-hours of power in this device. It has, of course, the fixed handle. It has the original lithium make of it, of course, with the casing. Has cooling technologies. Has that Class 9 drop protection. Of course, has 2 AC outlets. These 2 AC outlets are going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600. It has 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C port. The USB-C port on this one is a 60 watt in and out port. You also have that DC output port or input port as well. Now with this device, of course, fixed handle, it's lightweight, can be carried around. It's going to take a little longer to charge this. It is going to be about 3 to 3.5 hours to fully charge this device by itself. If you use just the DC wall plug. If you use the DC wall plug or input port right there with the AC port, and you use the USB-C port together, 2 hours is going to be your charge rate. Now, with that being said, you should be able to run your Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours off of this. That's actually a good amount of runtime with a Nintendo Switch. You can get about 15 to 16 DSLR batteries or 6 or so DJI batteries for your drones. 4 hours on a laptop, 31-ish phone charges, 4.5 hours on, of course, that flat screen TV, 4.5 hours on that 90-watt mini cooler, of course, with that as well. This is a really nice little piece. Now, like I said, guys, 300 watts of pure sine wave power, of course, right there. I believe it's like, actually, I think this one's peak 500. It's not 600. I believe this one's peak 500, if I remember right off the original technology with this. But great little piece. Nice and portable, very lightweight. Comes with all the cabling you're going to need. But the lightweightness of this is going to work well. And it still has, of course, that 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. It has a nice little screen. Now, the screen on this one, pop it over. It's going to be like a white background with black writing. So it's a little different than some of the newer ones. But it's a good piece. This is a great piece of technology. Now, remember, guys, you need to check the pages for the discounts or the clippable coupons. So when you click on the page for the 300 original, there's a $60 clippable coupon. So this is going to bring it down to about, I think it's like 190 something bucks. So still great deal on this, of course, original technology. Now you do know they did create the 300 plus, of course, and we'll show you guys that a little later. But very cool little piece. I like this. This would work great for your CPAP machines. This should get you through a night's sleep without a problem. I would say anywhere from 6 to 7 hours or so if you have a CPAP machine that has a heated hose. If you don't have the heated hose, it's going to take a little less power, so you should get a little bit longer runoff for this. So it's a really cool piece. Any questions about 300, guys? Let me check all the chat. Now, unfortunately, I can't share. See if I can do this. For those of you on the Dragon Blogger side, please bear with me. I'm going to attempt to kind of share you guys. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not sure I can actually do this. Let's see. Huh. Nope, won't let me send it. What? Alright, I was trying to share the codes on the Dragon Blogger side. I do apologize. I cannot actually share those. No questions about the 300? Then we can move on to a larger piece of technology, the 500. To do that, we're going to bounce over to here, and we're going to actually move on to the camera and, of course, that beautiful little technology that I have over here. And we're going to move the camera over. Let's see. You guys want to see that? That's going to be the 500. We're going to zoom on in onto the 500 for you. Now, the Jackery Explorer 500 is a really, really nice power station. Of course, original fixture, original make of this. Now, it is normally like $500. There's a $200 clippable coupon for those of you out there. Now, with that being said, 518 watt hours of power in a 13-pound package. Now, that 13-pound package, of course, does 518 watt hours of power, but it does take 5.5 hours to fully charge it on a wall plug. Now, if you have, let's say, the cigarette car lighter or that adapter for it to charge in your car like this, 5.5 hours as well. If you have, let's say, the 100-watt solar panel, about 7.5 hours is where it's going to be. Now, with this, you have a single AC outlet there. That the AC outlet's going to do about 500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak a little higher than that. You do have 3 5-volt 2.4 amp USB-A ports, and of course, multiple DC input and output ports over there. Now, with the 518 watt hours of power, you should be able to run a mini cooler for about 9 hours, or your flat screen TV for about 7 hours. Laptops, anywhere up to about 30 hours, depending on the laptop you have. Now, with this one, you have that 500 watts of pure sine wave power. It can peak at 1,000 for you. So if you need to peak a little higher, go ahead and do that. Now, with this device, I'm going to flip over here and kind of turn it around. Now, hopefully my microphone doesn't cut out too much, but I'm going to show you guys the flashlight on the side. Now, if I hold it down, of course, it's going to go into SOS pattern for you guys, so you can trigger or activate the help signal with this. Has, of course, that screen and the usability of that screen for you guys with this. Now, with it, of course, you guys can run an electric blanket for about 4 hours, or, of course, an air pump. So you guys go out camping, you guys like to do rafting or air mattresses, about 8 hours on those pumps to air out those devices, which is kind of cool. Let's say you're doing a backyard barbecue and you want to get the blender out and you guys want to make some daiquiris. About 50 minutes on, of course, that little device, which is beautifully well done with that. Now, of course, it's going to do well for those of you that need to do, of course, that work and all the other stuff with this. It's just one of those things that works well for you guys with that. 1 second, everybody. I actually apologize, everybody. Do apologize. That had to happen. There was no stopping that. So guys, great little piece right there. It's going to work well for you. It's going to do what you need as you need to do with this as you want with that. The portability, because it is 13 pounds of weight and packaging, that means it can be taken on a camping trip without a problem. It can even be taken on a hiking trip because it is lightweight. Now, I mean, 13 pounds isn't a lot of weight, so you could definitely carry it where you need to carry it as you need to carry it. So it's a great little piece with that. And I kind of like it because the carryability, the usability with this. Now pair it with, let's say, a 100-watt solar panel and you're good to go. I had just bought one and only one. You would have to reach out to Jackery. So technically, I am not a Jackery employee. I just stream over here. Billy Joe, you would reach out to Lois. May be able to send you in the right direction and who to contact with that. I do apologize that it did, of course, fail for you. The failure's not high. I have yet to have one fail on me personally. So that's just one of those things. So I do apologize for that, but Lois, if you do have a person in chat, if you could send them the direct place to talk to someone about that. Because just like all these products, they do have warranties, so you are covered if there is an issue with the technology or the product. So there are warranties, and those warranties are, of course, for your, your safe and to make peace of mind. So yeah, Billy, we will actually have, I believe Lois is in chat still, so she should be able to send you in the direct place to contact about that. I don't actually have that information on me. Do you guys want to see some of the newer products like the 1000 V2? Because we do have that in here. We can pop up and kind of show you guys. So we have the 1000 V2. I'm going to come over here. We're actually going to zoom in. And for some reason, wow, it looks dark up there. Maybe I should open up a whole bunch of windows. All right, there is the 1000 V2 product. Now, the 1000 V2 is a cool one. I like the 1000 V2. The 1000 V2 does really, really amazing stuff. And of course, there's a new one. There you go. Hey, thank you, Lois, for answering that. Now, 1000 V2 is a newer product, and you are going to see, of course, there is a code down there for you guys to get the 1000 V2 at a great price point. It is an $800 package. Normally, you're going to get it for about $403 today. That's up to about 50% off, which is a great deal with the 1000 V2. Now, we have also the 1000 V2 and solar panels at a discount today for you as well with that. So do check those for that. But we're going to talk about the 1000 V2 by itself sitting up there. Now, that is 1,070 watt hours of power. It does have 3 AC outlets. Those 3 AC outlets are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 3,000 with that. And of course, the 3,000 watts means you guys can technically plug in pretty much whatever you want, from a table saw to, of course, your window ACs. It will allow for that in those AC plugs. Now, with it, you do have 2 USB-C port. One's a 100-watt port, one's a 30-watt port. You have an 18-watt USB-A port and a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. Now, I do apologize for that product looking shut off at 12 hours. Yeah, so they do have an auto shut off. You can go into the app, of course. You can check the app, see if there was maybe a shut off. Maybe there was under temperature, because yes, they will, if you go under a certain temperature on these machines, they can also, go into protect mode with that. They do have a bunch of protections built into them. Not sure what happened or how are you using it camping, so I can't say, but I've actually used some of these camping. I believe it was the 1500 Pro with me. I took that camping. It lasted us the whole camping trip without a problem. We were only using it to charge cell phones, lighting, and other stuff like that. But yeah, heated blanket and stuff would probably be a little different though. Hey, yeah, no problem. That's why we're here. And like I said, I'm just streaming, so some of them responses and stuff I can't actually answer. That's why there's actually a Jackery member with us in chat for you guys. Now, with this, of course, like I said, you have the 2 USB-C ports, the USB-A port, the 3 AC outlets, and, of course, that flashlight with this. Now, here's where it's kind of cool. This does have, of course, that new Charge Shield 2.0. Now, the Charge Shield 2.0 means you have that super fast emergency charge rate. That means you guys are fully charged in a 1-hour charge time in the emergency setting where you need it. What I can tell you is, you do not want to supercharge it that way every time in emergency charge mode. By doing that, you're going to, of course, make the battery degrade a little faster than normal. You want to charge these at normal rates, but it is set in there in case you guys need that charge fast. Okay, so like in an actual disaster and you need it charged super quick, this will give you that charge rate. Now, even with the standard fast charging, it's still under 2 hours of charge rate with that. So you don't have to worry about that hour charge time. It's about a little over an hour and a half. You're still fully charged. Most people, that is going to be quick enough charging that you don't have to worry about it. Now, some other cool things is they also come into what's called quiet charging mode with that. Do I have the 5000 today? No, it's actually Sheila. We can come over and we can talk about that. So we will be talking about their new product, the 5000 today. What I can tell you is the package is actually out for delivery. And unfortunately, since I'm sitting here streaming, I cannot open the door to grab it. That and it's a 170-pound package that's coming to my door. So it's going to take a little ways to carry it up and in. So, but I will have it for the next show. So we will be talking about the 5000 coming up, guys. That's a brand new product that Jackery dropped, of course, with that. So I wished it was here already. Let's go back to this. So, like I said, your charge times are going to do well with this. Here's where it's going to get kind of cool, because it is 1,070 watt hours of power. You guys could run 1100 watt window AC off of this for under an hour time with that. You guys can run rice cookers. You guys can run pretty much whatever you want. Now you're going to get approximately 4,000 battery charge cycles at 100% battery. After those 4,000 charge cycles, it's going to drop down to around 70 to 80%. Now, it really depends on the battery make. I believe Jackery's are around 70 to 80%. I know my LifePo cells I run in my car about 80 to 82%. So it really just depends on the battery after a certain charge cycle. So it's really kind of cool with this. Now, like I said, with this, guys, you have that very, very beautiful discounted price, of course, down to $403 if you use that code. Now, unfortunately, for those of you that are on the Dragon Blogger side, I cannot post those codes. It's not allowing me to do that, unfortunately. I wished I could. Now, 1000 V2, great little piece, $400 something, but if you want it with, of course, the solar panel, we have that option out here for you as well. Now, with the solar panel, this is going to be the 1000 V2 that you're seeing there, and the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel. You're going to get that at actually a really, really great price point. I think it's like $697. So $697 for you guys to get that price point is amazing. It's an amazing price point. Now, remember, you have to use the code in that banner or the code that we're showing you guys in chat. For the ones of you watching on the other channels, please pop over on the Jackery side and you guys will see these codes a lot easier. It is just me today running the other side, so I do apologize for that. Now, with, of course, that 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel, if you had 2 of those panels, 3-hour charge time on this device. Now, what I can tell you is that device by itself, the 1000 V2 that you see sitting there, is only 24 pounds. It is still very lightweight. Now, yes, you're going to be like, oh, 24 pounds isn't that lightweight. It's definitely very light compared to some of the others that I've actually seen or messed with. And that's one of them things. Now, it's still very portable, very acceptable. It's going to allow you to run a bunch of cool stuff with this. Now, depending on what you want to run, 14 hours on the laptop, 20 drone batteries. Your standard Starlink, like your standard Starlink, 10 hours to 29 hours with the panel. So this 1000 V2 is going to allow you to run that Starlink around 10 hours to 29 hours, depending on the Starlink you have. Now, if it's a Starlink Mini, of course, you're going to get a longer runtime with that. Really great option with that, of course, on hand. Now, very carbon-friendly, user-friendly. You guys could do, like, let's say, heated blanket for over 12 hours with the 1000 V2. So that's going to be a good runtime. Now, do go into your app settings. If your device has an app or app settings, make sure you turn the auto off. That way, when it won't auto shut it off when you're trying to use it. You can also go into the app and change out your run times and stuff like that. So you do have those variations with this. Crawling out of my skin. Why would I be crawling out of my skin, Sheila? Sheila, are you crawling out of your skin because you just want to see it so bad? Is that what it is? You know, I am Sheila. I'm actually really excited to see what Jackery did. You know, let me change cameras. I am actually really excited to see what Jackery did to 5000. Now, with that being said, I do know the 5000 weighs over 130 pounds. It is a larger device, so it does have a lot of weight. It has wheels, of course, with it. It can be connected up to your house in multitude of ways. You can also add battery to it, which is kind of cool. But we'll be getting into this with that. I bought dollies. I was just going over that. Like, how am I going to get that upstairs? So I have to get it up 4 flights. Yes, we have an elevator, but I still have to drag the thing. So I'm already trying to figure it out. You know, what you guys are going to also notice is I set all my products up on tables. I have to figure a way to get a 130-pound power station up on this table or a second camera. Now, I have other cameras, so that's not a problem. So we're going to be figuring it out as we go. So really cool. 1000 V2, guys. Really amazing products for you there if you're looking for something like that. Now we're going to show you guys the 2000 V2. Now the 2000 V2 is another new product, and it actually has a nice discount code for those of you out there as well. Normally a $1,500 price point. For today, if you guys use the discount code, you guys are going to get it at $809.06. That's actually kind of cool. So we're going to pop over to this little thing, and you guys are going to notice, well, hey, the table has a bunch of products. It really does. We're going to move over here, and you guys are going to notice, well, James's pillows look a little weird. And just ignore those pillows because we're talking about the product right there on the table, all right? That's the 1000 V2. That table is definitely hefty. I've been yelled at several times by my wife why I keep using her kitchen table as the table to hold all this product. Alright, let's do this. 1000 V2 station. We're going to turn it on for a second. We're going to pop it up. We're going to hit the flashlight. You guys are going to see the flashlight, of course, is there. It's going to do multiple brightnesses. It's also going to go into SOS pattern for you, and we're going to turn that off. You have individually switched devices. You have 3 AC outlets. These 3 AC outlets are going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak higher than that. So if you guys need the power, it is there for you. You also have the 2 USB-C port. One is a 100 watt port, the other is a 30 watt port. You also have that USB-A 18 watt port and the 12 volt 10 amp DC plug for you. Now, like the others, it does have, of course, a handle to carry it around. Just know that this device weighs approximately 40 plus pounds. Now, on the side, it has dual 80-90, the 80-20 plugs, I believe it is on this one. The 80-20 plugs are on the side, so you can connect up a solar panel with that. It's also the same spot you guys are going to find, of course, that beautiful wall charging capability. Since it's a V2 product, I'm going to go here. I just realized that the 2000 V2 has a $500 clippable coupon on Amazon. Or there's a $500 clippable coupon on the 2000 V2 on Amazon. So there's a clippable coupon on there for you guys. Yeah, you just heard that correct. Alright, so let's talk about some newer technology that this actually has. The 2000 V2 actually has what's called CTB, cell-to-body technology. Now, cell-to-body means it's a honeycomb design where the battery is individually wrapped and placed inside the cell or the bottom housing of the device. What that means is it takes away from the 3 to 4 step battery building process. Makes the battery building even smaller, so that means your housing is actually smaller with this. And I kind of like that they did that with this one. Now, of course, you do have the 3 AC outlets. Like I said, 2200 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 4400. Now, with that, of course, you're going to have the AC fast charging at 2 hours automatically, just like that for you. If you need to, though, put it in what's called emergency supercharging mode, and it's going to be done in about an hour and a half or less time. Love that. You guys could also put it on a couple solar panels, have it charged in about 5.5 hours as well with this. Now, with the range of technologies, it does work with the app, fully acceptable for the iOS or Android-based app. So you guys can get it for either your Apple phones or your Android phones, either side you guys pick. Charge Shield 2.0, LiFePO 4 cells. Of course, with this, guys, you're going to be able to do it, run it, and quick and easily. Now, you guys will be able to run, let's say, a microwave oven for about 2 hours. Your tea kettle, of course, as well. For those of you that want to run an air pump or a water pump, about 20 hours of runtime. That's going to be like your sump pumps. So it has that. Outdoor activities. Let's say you guys are working on a job shop. You guys need to clean up all of the sawdust, and you want to use, of course, that vacuum cleaner or, of course, shop vac. Anywhere about 2 to 2.5 hours of runtime. That's where it's going to get kind of cool because it is, of course, a bunch of power. Now, you guys have 2,042 watt hours of power. Means you guys can run 1150 watt window AC for about 2 hours of runtime. That's right, you guys can run a window AC off of this. That's a 10,000 BTU window AC, by the way. If you want to, though, this can be used as what's called a UPS, uninterruptible power supply. Now, that is about a 20 millisecond switchover delay for the UPS, So you do have a 20 millisecond switchover. Now, with it, that means you guys have a wide variety of usages and, of course, all of that in between. Normally, $1,500 price point. There is, of course, that discount code, the BFE 2000 V2 code. That's going to give it to you for about $809. I also saw a $500 clippable coupon. Now, I do not believe you guys can. I'm not sure you guys can use both of those at the same times. I believe there is terms and conditions. So, I do know that that coupon has terms and conditions. So, just check that out for you. Now, with that being said, you guys also have the option of getting the 2000 V2 and dual solar panels. So, you guys can get the 2000 V2 and the two 200-watt Saga solar panels for about $2,499 normal price tag. There's a $900 clippable coupon. Technically, if it's over $1,500, you guys can use the 5% discount code, or you can use, of course, the other code that we have for you guys today, the Surprise Live Package Grab discount code. And we'll share that with you guys with that. So, great little piece. And if you have those two solar panels, guys, 2000 V2 is up in charge and under 5 hours of charge time with that. That's actually kind of cool. Now, that is, of course, their largest solar panel kit with that one. So that's amazing that they're going to give you guys the two solar panels with that. Grab some. No, I'm not grabbing nothing slippery. Nice try. Nice try. So, really cool idea, guys, for those of you that need those codes right there. I love it. I love it. So that is, of course, the 2000 V2. And I'm actually running a little bit behind today. And we have a lot of product to show. So now we're going to talk about the 3000 Pro. Now, the 3000 Pro is right there. That's a cool piece. This is a great price point and a great package deal. Now, the 3000 Pro also comes with two 400-watt solar panels. There's a $1,500 clippable coupon. Now, what I tell you is even though that $1,500 clippable coupon brings it down to about $1,699, you guys can use that 5% discount code that we have up there in that banner for you. Now with this one, this is of course a larger device. This is going to be about 64 pounds. Now the 64-pound package, of course, device does have two large 3-inch wheels that make it look like a suitcase. Those 3-inch wheels are allowing you to tip it and roll it into, of course, areas that you normally wouldn't be able to get a power station in. Whether it be a camping site, you'll cross your grass yard, concrete, or your carpet floor. It will give you those wheels to do those. Those are 3-inch large TPU or polyurethane wheels. Now it also has aluminum telescopic handle that does fold up in the back of the device with this. So kind of cool that it has this. Now with this device, 3,024 watt hours of power with that. And that's actually kind of cool that it's got 3,000 and of course watt hours of power with that. And I love that it has that for you guys. And you guys can do whatever you really needed to do with that. Now, what we can also talk about is the actual power range. Now, you have 5 AC outlets. The 5 AC outlets are going to allow you to do, of course, your standard American style plugs. Rather it be a table saw, your TV, your fridge, your oven, or whatever you want with this. Now, you have a 5th plug. That 5th plug is going to allow you to plug in TIG or MIG welders or other devices with that. And I kind of like that they can do this. Now with it, it's going to take about 3.5 hours to fully charge this device, but this device does have 2 USB-C ports. Those are 100-watt pass-through powers, 2 USB-A ports, and of course 18 watts charging capability max power. You do have that 12-volt 10-amp plug up there as well for you guys. Now your runtime, because it's 3,024 watt hours of power, you guys can run that 1150 watt window AC for about 3 hours of runtime, or your 520 watt refrigerator for about 5 hours as well. Flat screen TV anywhere from 30 to 35 hours depending on the TV you have. For those of you that want to do like your 3 watt to 5 watt light bulbs, anywhere from 200 to 220 hours of runtime. Now, of course, you guys can do off-the-grid living where it's going to run your, space heaters for about 6 hours, or your drone batteries, your phones, and everything in between. For those of you that want to use it in your metal shop for your welding machines, your TIG or MIG welders, little over 1 hour runtime off the 5800 watt welding machine. For those of you doing like the angle grinders to, of course, grind down your welds. 6 hours of runtime on a welder. Now, sub pumps or well pumps, if they are a 60-watt water or electric pump, 32 hours of runtime. Now, great idea would be if you guys have like fish tanks or lizards or other stuff, plug in those pieces, and of course with that. Ship Roman, how are you doing, buddy? So you have a bunch of great options with that device, with the 3000 Pro, if you guys are looking at a phenomenal price point, of course, with that. Now, we're going to talk about the 300 Plus. So 300 Plus is a nice portable power station. This can actually be fully charged in under an hour and a half. Now with this actually has an AC outlet that does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600. Now with it, of course, you get two USB-C port. One's a 100-watt port. The other is a 15-watt port. You also have the 18-watt USB-A port and that 12-volt amp plug. Don't put your finger in that if it's on. That's electric, guys. Come on. You also have that flashlight on the front and a handle with this. Now, 288 watt-hours of power, under an hour and a half charge time. You guys could run your Nintendo Switches for, again, about 40 hours off of this device. You guys could do, of course, multiple cell phone batteries and all of those in between. This is actually a nice little piece for you guys if you're looking for the 300 Plus. Now, about $500 for it by itself. With the solar panel, of course, it's going to cost, I think the solar panel one's about $500. So you get the option with this, of course, and, of course, the Mini 40 solar panel. Now, I'm trying to check to make sure there's a price point. Now, I'm not seeing price points on the 300 Pluses, so I do apologize. We do have the 600 Plus. I believe she does want me for sure showing those. So we're going to show you guys the 600 Plus power stations. We're going to move away from the 300 Plus and show you guys the 600 Plus. Now, the 600 Plus is a newer piece, of course, of technology that they just created. It is actually on the table down below, so if we move over here, you guys are going to see it right there. Now, that 600 Plus is a really, really amazing power station with Charge Shield 2.0. Now, Charge Shield 2.0, of course, in 632 watt-hours of power, that can be fully charged in a 1-hour charge rate on super emergency charge mode. Now, with that being said, on the 600 Plus, 600 Plus allows you to, of course, use the app and have app control. It allows you to turn on all those individual switches. Now, on this, you're going to have, of course, two AC outlets. Those two AC outlets are going to do 800 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 1600 for you. Has two USB-C port, one 100-watt port and a 30-watt port. You also have the 18-watt USB-A port and that 12-volt 10-amp plug as well. Now, on the front, you also have that nice little flashlight and usability with this. Now, with it being charged and up and running, guys, it's a 16-pound package. That's actually kind of cool. 632 watt-hours of power means you guys can do that little mini fridge for about 6 hours of runtime or 7 hours with the laptop. Yes, we will be doing streams, a lot of streams. We're going to be doing a stream about every 3 days for the next week or so, and then you're going to have like 10 or 11 days of straight streams. So we will be back for all of those, most definitely. Now, with the 600 Plus, guys, by itself, it's a great price point. It's going to allow you to run, of course, a 10-watt speaker for about 36 hours. Or if you guys want to, your 100-watt movie projector for about 5 hours. Or, of course, that 520-watt refrigerator for a little about an hour. It's a great piece, and, of course, with that on hand. Now, you guys can also get it with the 100-watt solar panel. And now that 100-watt solar panel, I'm going to show you right here. This is that 100-watt solar panel that they're offering with this device. It is nice and portable. It's monocrystalline. It's, of course, got these beautiful little kickstands. It's going to allow you, of course, to set it up. And, of course, it is a trifold design. You guys are going to be like, oh, trifold? Well, yeah, it's got a bunch of panels. Yeah, oh, yeah, most definitely. So, right here, great little piece. This is actually going to be beautiful. It's a large panel. Now, this, of course, is the back side, which is in blue colorway. It is a bifacial style, so you're going to have the black side, which is your front, and, of course, the back, which is, of course, blue. Now, beautiful, waterproof, water-resistant, can be used in harsh and wet weather, IP68 rating, and actually very lightweight for you. So this is kind of cool with this. So if you're looking for something like that, 600 Plus with, of course, that beautiful 100-watt solar panel. We're not going to talk about what just fell. We're not going to say it. We're just going to go. All right, guys. We are definitely slightly running behind on my time slot, but we're going to get into the 1000 plus systems. Now, 1000 plus systems is a modular system that's going to do well for you. We're going to pop over here and we're going to show you guys the 1000 plus. Now, the 1000 plus we're showing you guys does, of course, have options adding solar panels and batteries. The station by itself is 1264 watt hours of power. Can be fully charged in under 2 hours without a problem on a wall plug. If you want to charge it in a car, guys, 7 hours of charge time for you. Now, with this, of course, guys, 1264 watt hours of power has 3 AC outlets. Those 3 AC outlets are going to do, of course, 2,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 4,000. Now, with this, you do have 2 USB-C ports. Those are going to be 100 watt max capable of charging. And you have, of course, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max charging capability. Hey, Darthwing. You also have that flashlight on the front and the 12-volt amp plug. Now, with the device itself, it's really, really amazingly only 32 pounds. But we also have it and, of course, the solar panels for about $14.99 today, which is a great price point. Now, for $14.99, there's a clippable coupon that's going to allow you to bring it down to about, it's going to take it to $570 off. So it's going to bring it down a little ways for you. With it, though, you're going to get the 1000 plus and 2 100-watt solar panels for that price point, which is actually kind of cool. Now, it is, of course, like I said, a modular system, so you have the option of getting it as a kit, and that's what we're always going to talk about. The 1000 plus solar kit. Now, the full kit's really kind of cool. It's going to be the station itself, the battery that's sitting above it, and 2 solar panels as a package deal. Now, you heard me right. So you're going to get the station and the extra battery in this kit. That's going to be 2,528 watt hours of power. Normally like $2,100. This is a $700 clippable coupon. It's going to drop that price point down there for you. Now with it though, you can actually add up to 3 batteries. With 3 batteries, you're going to have a total of 5,000 and I believe it's like 5,056 watt hours of power with the 3 batteries on top of the station. So it's got to have a good long run time. This will allow you to run your window ACs, your fridges, your stoves. It's going to do quite a lot for you. Now, the full kit's really, really beautifully well done for you, of course, with that. And you guys can see right there, the station and, of course, that battery is an amazing piece of technology. To have the option to add batteries to this is where it's really, really at. And I love, of course, the options of batteries. You guys, it's really going to range on how many batteries you have with the 1000 plus kit, how long your devices are going to run. And that's why I'm not talking about how long they are going to run. 30 plus pounds for the device itself, 30 pounds for the battery, of course, so you guys are going to have about 60 pounds in between, right? So it's a good price point. Again, great battery life, 2-hour charge time. If you have multiple solar panels, let's say you have 4 of those, fully charge the device in about 4.5 hours. So great little piece. Any questions about the 1000 plus? I did go through it kind of quick because we do have newer technology and newer products we do want to talk about today. Now, Lois did just share that actual banner, guys, and the codes right there for you with the exclusive discount on the 1000 V2, the 1000 V2 and solar panels, the 2000 V2 and the 2000 V2 with solar panels. Now, there is also a 5% code of anything over $1,500. Now, there is, I believe, a couple exclusions with that, though. I think it's the V2 versions. So if you buy the V2 versions, you can't use that code. Now, we do have, of course, the 2000 plus system and, of course, the carousel. Now, that is going to be, of course, this product right here. And we do have multiple variations. We have the 2000 plus by itself for like $19.59. Then we have the 2000 plus solar panels. Now, if I can remember correctly, there are clippable coupons for each one. So there's a $660 clippable coupon for the 2000 plus by itself. Or if you get it with the solar panels, I think it's like a $1,200 clippable coupon. Now, I'm telling you the prices because we'll talk about the device as the package deal at the next spot. So the 2000 V2 package is where we're going to talk about. This is, of course, the 4000 kit, right? So it's the station sitting there and, of course, the battery above it. Now, This station does weigh 63.5 pounds by itself. You add that battery on there, it's over 40 extra pounds with the battery as well. So it's a little bit of weight with you. Now you're going to get the battery, the station, and the 2 solar panels for like normal price points, $5,000. It's already 12% off today, but there's also an $1,800 coupon code with that as well. Now I believe that brings you guys still in the range that you guys can get like the extra 5% off too as well. Now here's where it's going to get kind of cool. The station itself is over 2,000 watt hours of power by itself. You add the battery, it's 4,085 watt hours of power. That means you guys can run that 1150 watt window AC for about 4 hours by this device by itself. Now, fully charged in 2 hours is all it's going to take on a wall plug. If you have 6 of the 200 watt solar panels, 2 hours. That's actually kind of cool with that. Now, this is where it's going to get kind of cool. You guys can run a microwave off of this for about 7 hours with the battery if you wanted to. You guys could run a 520 watt refrigerator for about 7 hours. If you want, though, you guys can add extra batteries to this. You can add up to 5 batteries by itself. Now, with the 5 batteries, it's going to give you guys over 12 kilowatts of hour power. If you run it in parallel with the second 2000 plus, you can add 10 batteries total and have over 24 kilowatts of hour power. That is a lot of power with the station by itself. Now, good charge rate. It has the 5 AC outlets that are going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 6,000. Now, if you really want to, though, you guys can also, of course, use the 2 USB-AC ports, the USB-A ports, and, of course, that DC plug. The station alone will allow you to connect up to 6 solar panels. The batteries will also allow you to connect up multiple solar panels to help charge them all at the same time. So you have that option. Now, this kit is an amazing kit, very beautifully well done and perfectly put for you guys. If you need a product that's going to run your whole house or run homestead, this is going to be, of course, the kit that can allow you to do that with this on hand. So really, really amazing little piece right there for you guys. If you're looking for something like that, definitely check that out. Now, what we're going to get into, and I'm going to talk about it because we're going to get into this over here. This is their new product. This is the 5000 plus. Now, we're going to talk about the 5000 plus. It is their largest system to date. Now, you guys are seeing the product page, and that's because we thought the product would be here at a time. It hasn't showed up to my door, so it'll be here for next show. This is the 5000. Now, this 5000 has a bunch of technologies and devices and stuff that you haven't seen yet. First and foremost, it's 5,040 watt hours of power. This device by itself is $3,499. Now, you're going to notice on the front, you're going to have 4 of your standard prongs right there. Now, those 4 standard prongs, of course, will be magnify in for you. You're going to see they're going to do either 120 volts at 20 amps each AC. They're going to do a max of total up to a total of 7,200 watts. That's right, 7,200 watts of pure sine wave power through those AC outlets that you see there. Now you have 2 USB-C ports on the front that are going to do 100 watts max, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max as well. You also have a 12 watt 10 amp plug on there of course. Now on the side, you're going to see multiple ports and connectabilities with those multiple ports on the side as well. Now this is where it's going to get into it, and we're going to kind of talk about it and all of the other cool stuff, because this can be used as an online UPS with 0 milliseconds requirement, right, with the main unit. Now you can connect this up to the whole house through a load of ATS accessories, or you can do it through the whole house loads via inlet box, or you guys can use a manual transfer switch. You guys will need an electrician to, of course, do that with this on hand, of course. Then that's going to be kind of like this stuff. So you have these switches at the palm of your hand. Does work still with the app. Now that's going to allow you to track your solar input speeds. It's also going to allow you to monitor your real-time generation performance and, of course, your schedule energy and charging modes. This is kind of cool with this. Now, it's an amazing piece, but it does, of course, allow for batteries. This is also going to allow you to run your washing machine and everything else in between. Still very silent and can be used in the house, unlike a gas generator. The device by itself, guys, 5,040 watt hours of power and a bunch of different connections. Now, the different styles of connections are going to, of course, range from everything you can ever need and then need some, let's be honest, right? So you have all of these. You have the smart transfer switches, which is going to work on the NEMA L14-30, and it's going to work on the NEMA 14-50 as well. So you have those. Now, 5 kilowatts of hour power means you guys already qualify for that green energy program. You guys can actually add up to, I believe it's like 30 kilowatts of hour through the single unit expandability by itself. If you add a second one, you guys can do all the way up to 60 kilowatts of hour power. Now, by itself, like I said, $3,499. It actually releases November 15th, so you guys will pre-purchase it now, and then you get it November 15th. Cool part is, you guys can use that, of course, that 5% discount code with this one. Now, here's where it's going to get kind of cool, because we're going to talk about it, and I believe with the solar panels. So I'm going to switch camera views, and we're going to grab the next page with this one. So that's where we're going to get kind of into this, and the solar panels and the usability with this. So let me grab that link right here. So we have the option of the device and solar panels for $4,299, and that's going to be this device right here. Now, this is, of course, the 5,000 plus the new 500 watt solar panel. Now, that new 500 watt solar panel is fully modular, will fold up, can be compact, put away for you with this, which is amazing. Now, 500 watts, that's like 85 watts by 6 panels. So each panel, of course, is going to pull out a certain amount of solar and then connect up for you with this. And that's actually a cool little piece. And again, the item releases for, I believe this one will release on the 30th at $4,299. It's a great, great price point with that. Now, we also have the option, I believe, which one's this? Is it the... Let me make sure which one's coming up next. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys the right pages that you're seeing with this, of course, on hand. So I don't want to grab the wrong product. So we have... Oh, yeah. Yes. It's the dual solar panel kit. That's what we have coming up next. So I wanted to make sure I'm giving you guys the right pages because I have some of them set up differently for me today. So this is going to be this beautiful kit right here. This is the Jackery Explorer 5000 plus 2 500 watt solar panels and the smart transfer switch. Now this full kit is $5,999. There's already a $1,000 clippable coupon on Amazon for you guys today. Plus use that 5% code to bring it down a little more. So you're going to get that transfer switch right here that's going to allow you to connect it up to the power station and of course to your house with that. Now remember, when you're using the transfer switches, you may need to have an electrician come out and, of course, connect it up with that. It still works with that smart app and, of course, has all the functions that the device has that you would need with this, which is kind of cool. Now, great price point, great product. Now, the product's going to do a lot. Now, we can pop down here and we can come into this so we can kind of show you guys the charging capability and the running capability, right? Portable power. That means you guys are going to have that portable power and usage where you need. Because it's so much power, guys, you can change and go through and figure out which devices you really want. Like your house dryer, it shows right here. Your house dryer is going to give you about 3 hours of dry time off the device by itself. Your central air conditioner. Now, that is like your legit home central air conditioner. 2 hours. Your 1150 watt window AC is going to be about 4.5 hours. Your space heaters and your other heaters about 10 hours runtime. This is a great piece of technology that's going to do amazing, amazing things. Now, a bunch of cool technologies into this product for you guys that's going to do it where you need it, as you need it, just to do it. Now, you guys can add batteries, you guys can add solar panels and everything else in between because it has all of those options as well. Now, the next product that we can actually show you guys is just, of course, the transfer station by itself. That's going to be about $1,699 for you guys. So if that's what you're looking for, $1,699, you have the option to get that, of course, and go along as well. Now, that's going to be, of course, whoa, we lost it. Let me grab that window for you guys real quick. So that's going to be that right there. So that's just your transfer station. You have it for $16.99. It's an option to buy it just by itself if you want to add it on to, of course, the product. Now, if you want to, you guys can also buy the 500-watt solar panels with this as well. So you have the option of the 500-watt solar panel. That's going to be about $1,000 price point as well for you. So really great options with that. Now, remember, that 500-watt solar panel is 25% high efficiency and a bifacial conversion rate. IP68 rating, and only works with, of course, this newer product that I know of so far. Now, I believe it's going to also work with the 2000 Plus and 3000 Pro, so you guys are going to have that option as well. So, bunch of great options right there with this on hand, and of course, bifacial solar, so you're going to get that bifacial charging. I love it. Great options with that. So if you guys are looking for that stuff, 5000 is definitely a go-to. Has a bunch of phenomenal stuff. Now, do know it weighs about 61 kilograms, over 130 plus pounds by itself, and it is quite big, about 25 inches by approximately some odd inches wide. So once I have it on hand, you guys are going to see it in person, and we may actually try, and I'm going to say this, we may actually try and run a full stream while plugged into it. So you heard it here. Great options for you guys. Now with it, of course, you have other options like the Mini 40 solar panel. So if you guys want the Mini 40 solar panel, that is an option to get. The Mini 40 solar panel is usually about $99 on sale. About $100, I think it's like $129, about $99 on sale. It actually doesn't have a price point, so it may be out of stock right now. Now you also can get the original 100-watt solar panel. Now the original panel is this bad boy right here. This is of course going to work on the 100 Plus all the way up to the 1500 and the 1500 Pro. It is a dual panel, so you have dual panels, monocrystalline solar cells. It's a really amazing one with the Solar Saga 100. It's going to do 100 watts of charge rate at 18 volts for you. IP68 rating, so it can be used out in the rain. Has, of course, kickstands under 10 pounds for you. On the back, it's going to have this zip-up pocket. And this pocket's actually going to have the charging cable. This is going to have your 8020 plug and your 7909 adapter on here. Now, that's about 9.5 feet. And also, it's going to have this charging brick. This brick down here is going to allow you to do 100 watts of charge rate. Or not 100 watts. It's going to allow you to do USB-C and USB-A ports with this. I think up to approximately 5 volt 0.24 amps on the USB-A and 5 volt 3 amps on the USB-C side. So very cool with this. Very portable, lightweight, acceptable, and can be used pretty much wherever you really need with this. This is an amazing one. So if you need a 100-watt panel, that's a good option for you. Now, we have another option for those of you that want to do, let's say, permanent fixture solar panels. This is actually going to be the 100 prime bifacial solar panel. This is actually going to come with all the mounting hardware that you're going to need to actually connect this up. Now, I'm going to come over here and grab it. We're going to try and, of course, not drop dry drop lights. We're just going to ignore it. So this is, of course, the 100 prime. The 100-watt panel right here is a really cool panel that's going to do a good conversion rate. Still, fully monocrystalline solar cell, bifacial charging, has the 10-foot cable. The 10-foot cable actually has what's called an Anderson clip on it. Now, we're going to bring this over here. This is your Anderson clip. This Anderson clip also has an adapter to connect up the USB-C port, or the DC port. Now, this DC port is, of course, going to allow you to connect it up to multiple devices, whether it be the 8020 plug or the 8020 adapter that you may need. Connect it up, of course, just like that, and that's all it's going to take. If you pop it off, you guys can use that Y adapter to connect up multiple pieces with this. Now, fully aluminum housing all the way around. Does come with, of course, all the bracketry to mount this, and is going to do very well for you guys. So if you guys need a 100-watt panel, that's, of course, permanent fixture, that's going to be a great option for you. Now, we do have another panel, and this is going to be the last panel of the day. This is going to be the 200 watt Solar Saga solar panel. Now, to do this, we're going to pop over here. We're going to actually show you guys a media. This is a video I did of it. Now, this is actually a $700 solar panel. Great solar panel. 200 watts of charging capability with this. Now, this will work with, of course, the 1000 V2. The 1000 V2, the 600 plus, it's going to also work on the larger stations, whether it be the 1500 Pro, the 2000 Pro, the 2000 plus, or 3000 Pro. Technically, could even work on the 5000 if you have the connection adapter for that. Now, IP68 rating, fully waterproof, water resistant. Just know that this is going to do about 24.3% of conversion of efficiency in converting light to power. It's going to take you a little bit and does weigh approximately 21 pounds of weight. Now, it is fully waterproof, water resistant, can be used out in harsh and wet weather and left out in the snow if you really want to, so don't worry about it. Comes with a 9.5 foot cable, and that, of course, is this cable right here. It's going to have your 8020 plug and, of course, your adapter down below for it. So you get the length of cable. Comes with, of course, a carrying bag for you as well. Should take you approximately 30 seconds or less to have it fully connected up. Now, this has got, of course, IBC technology built into the solar panels to give you that high efficiency in converting light to power, even in low light conditions. So, 24.3% efficiency in low light conditions is actually really cool. Now, I actually had it, once I plugged it in here, almost at 153 to 154 watt hours, or watts of charge rate, within seconds of plugging it in, powering it up. If you leave it out there or allow it to sit in a brighter area, it's going to give you that full 200 watts without a problem. Now, I know Sheila on the team's been using a bunch of different solar panels to charge her Jackery stations as well, and has been having a lot of fun with these. This is a great piece. Now, remember, guys, a bunch of great options. You also have the option of that new 500 watt panel if you really want to as well for that. Now, with that being said, don't forget the 1000 V2s are on special discount codes for you guys today. So if you want the 1000 V2s, those actual codes are down there for you guys in chat. If you guys buy anything over $1,500 today, you guys can get 5% off. Now, also, we talked about the 5000 station and next show. I believe the next show is on the 9th. So on the 9th, I will have the 5000 Pro on hand to demonstrate and show you guys what it can do, what it looks like, and all of the other plugs. Now, we went through a lot of stuff today, a bunch of great products. Don't forget, we're doing multiple shows. So we'll be back here on the 9th, the 12th, the 15th, I believe the 18th. And then, of course, we have a slight break. And then we'll be back, of course, doing multiple shows on multiple days. Any questions before we go, guys? Letitia, thank you for the follow. Nyania, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. The 3000 Pro is by itself. You cannot add batteries to the 3000 Pro. So the 3000 Pro is a station by itself. The 2000 Plus can add batteries. So if you want to add extra batteries to the 2000, you can do that. So that's a little different. So yeah, Sheila, what'd you do? You get blocked out of the other one? Sheila. Yeah, so yeah, Letitia, the 3000 Pro is a station by itself. It is over 3000 watts, 3000 watt hours of power by itself. The 2000 Pro or 2000 Plus allows batteries. The 1000 Plus allows batteries, and the new 5000 allows for extra batteries. So that's all good. I can't even comment over there. That's a good question. I do not know. I may have a Jackery logo and I may have all their products, but I technically am a Dragon Blogger streamer. But you guys, that's out of my question. I don't know. Good question though. Lois Lois may be able to answer, you guys could actually check on Amazon. So Amazon does offer, I believe it's like you guys can do like monthly payments or something like that. So not really sure. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't think so. I don't know. So that one's out of my range, guys. No, I'm not sure with that. Any other questions about the actual stations? If you try, if you say. Yeah, so I'm not sure about if they yeah, I don't think they do. So that's I have no clue. Lois is around here though. I'm sure she can answer you guys. All right, guys, my time slot is up, so I'm gonna call it a stream. We will be back here on the 9th. So hopefully you guys will stick around. And always, guys, give a follow, hit that live notification button, and we will be back here, of course, on the 9th. I believe the 9th is possibly, I think it's a night show. So you guys are going to see me around 9 o'clock at night Eastern time, so 6 o'clock Pacific. So thank you guys for being here. We hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the next show. Later, everybody.